There are a variety of different kinds of vortices. Some of them you call earth chakras, similar to the chakra system, the energy system in your body. Simply vortices that exist in and around the grid of the planet, the energy grid of the planet. Being that, in a sense, your planet is a type of crystalline form, there are certain nodal points, certain energy flows in and around it, in the electromagnetic field of your world. And these grid points very often culminate in the idea of a vortex. Now, again, in the most simplistic terms, what's the difference between a chakra point and a normal vortex? The simplest way we can phrase it is by analogy. The chakra points are like faucets. The vortices are like drains. The chakra points pour into your world energy, radiate energy, give off energy that they tap into from a variety of dimensional planes and from your Earth itself and from your solar system and from the electromagnetic field. Regulate and pulsate these frequencies and emanate them into your world in a variety of ways to create a stable field in which you can experience the idea called physical reality. The normal vortices are where the energy flows go out. Now, this does not mean something cannot come through a vortex from another place, but the general flow is chakra in, vortex out. And the vortices thus then are like gateways and doorways to a variety of different vibrational states, different energy states, different dimensional states, and therefore can be utilized like doorways as access portals to different dimensions.
The purpose of both my shows is to make this world a better place and raise consciousness. Every year I go to, last time I was at Mount Shasta in September, just about 2 weeks ago, we had a series of incredible healings. One lady who had Lyme disease for the last 20 years was completely healed with a spontaneous healing on Mount Shasta. Last September, about a year ago, I was at Mount Shasta, Rex, and I've had a blurry, far-sighted vision in my right eye, 20/50 vision for the past 40 years. And I'm pleased to tell you that I was given a spontaneous healing, and now both of my eyes have perfect, crystal clear 20/10 vision in both eyes.
Wow. Oh, those are pretty bold claims.
Yeah,
fascinating.
Well, they happen. They're true. I had another gentleman a year ago in July of 2018 who had Lou Gehrig's disease for the past 15 years, and he was an elderly man, and he had problems walking because all of his muscles were freezing up. And what happened is that while on the mountain, he was given a miracle healing where his disease was spontaneously healed. And as soon as it was healed, he ran about 1.5 miles back to his car. You should have seen him. He used to be an athlete. So we've had these miracles happen. I usually just go to Mount Shasta twice a year in early July and early September. I have interviews I've done with people right after they were healed. If you listen to my radio show, there was a lady named Tammy Chapman who came with me on my trip in September 2017, and she'd been crippled for the past 20 years, unable to walk very well without a cane or a wheelchair. And she wakes up the next morning, and she was running around the campsite, yelling at the top of her lungs, "They've healed me! They've healed me!" And I had thought at first she was on drugs, Rex, and I don't allow drugs on my trips. Anyway, I finally got a hold of her and calmed her down, and she ended up throwing her crutches and her wheelchair away. And the first time I went to Shasta with the group was in September of 2016, and there was a nice lady there who was actually a wife of one of the producers at Gaia TV in Colorado. And she had fibromyalgia for the past, 20, 25 years. And she said she was so sick of taking drugs and oxycodone and all these painkillers. So we did a prayer meditation for her that night. And by the time she woke up the next morning, her fibromyalgia was completely gone. And she was healed, completely healed. So these are all stories. I'm not making up any of this. It's happened so many times. So I'm going back at the end of October.
So some of the stuff you're saying sounds so extreme that, I do my best to be open-minded as much as possible, yet not so open-minded that my brain's going to fall out on the sidewalk. So when you're, some of the stuff you're saying, it sounds so bold that I would really like to see some footage, and I would really like to see some documentation. So to have the opportunity to go out and do that, I think that would be wonderful to see what kind of things would happen